As a black man, bro, what do you expect? Money? If they gave reparations, is that gonna stop crime within black neighborhoods? What will it solve? To be honest, I don't want money from white people. I would rather separation. And I mean by hundreds or thousands of miles. Who said anything about reparations? I don't want reparations from white people. If anything, the way white people robbed, looted, stole, took, whatever word you want to use, everything from black people is the same way they should have their assets unasked. I would rather you all lose it violently. Not to mention, reparations is a farce. You all don't have the integrity, honor, empathy, or honesty to do something as far-fetched as that. What would stop crime in black neighborhoods is not having black neighborhoods, but rather a black society away from white people. If we know anything about what white people give us, it always comes with a knife in the back of the stomach. Y'all would likely give us reparations and money and then devalue the dollar. Hell, you're doing it now. Hypothetically, by the time this would even be a thing, the whole world will have moved on to a new currency. The majority of black people don't trust anything white people do. But on its face, hypothetically, would it stop crime? Well, I would say it would most likely deter it unless you're insinuating that black people commit crime out of want as opposed to necessity. Are you attempting to make the argument that black people are inherently violent and evil people? That if otherwise in a different circumstance and better condition, we would still commit crime? Why would we be so different from anybody else that's affluent and has lower crime rates? Or is that the white guilt inside of you that says we deserve the anger, fury, and retribution that we would get from black people if they were to get a one-up? If it is, then bravo to you because that guilt would be spot on, and understand I'm responding to your comment as though you're a white man because you sound like one. Like, white people love to act like crime and impoverished circumstances are not directly linked. This is why they always want to talk about black on black crime, but they never want to talk about why black on black crime exists. Because they know it would show a history of poor policing, poor education, and poor economic distribution. Who the fuck would want to go to jail for stealing some food when they could pay for it and go home and eat it? So if you're talking about theft, the reason we commit those crimes is because we have not. Selling drugs? What you think, black people just enjoyed watching their mothers, fathers, friends, and relatives cracked out in the 80s? If that's the case, then shut your mouth about the fentanyl and opioid epidemic because you all should love it. Most of our crime is gang related. Do you know why gangs exist? It's because black boys are trying to find a representation of some modicum of masculinity because somebody stole their fathers. And you stole them in so many ways. Some black boys and black men have just been kidnapped. But the primary way you stole black fathers is you created a condition that was so inhumane that black men literally had to go into survival mode in order to sustain a living. But let's stop acting like you all could give reparations anyway, because most black people wouldn't want the money back first. We'd want the blood. And what, y'all just gonna do us a favor by ridding yourselves from the earth? Oof, that scripture came in an inopportune time. And as I see it, when it comes to that scripture, white people deserve nothing less. You know the real reason why if a race war popped off right now, white people would lose? It's because the most dangerous warriors are the ones that are not afraid to die. I try living the condition we've been living for our entire life. We've been waiting on this chance. Peep the sarcasm, I promise it ain't me. I swear, these scriptures just keep popping up out of nowhere. Reparations has a time limit, and suffice it to say, that window has closed because so many lives have been lost. Not to mention, we don't watch y'all take no time in giving them to everybody else. How the hell did that get in there? But like reparations, from white hands to black hands that came too late, I don't want to belabor the point, so I'll just answer your question outright. What will it solve? We don't know, because white people haven't tried it yet. Bars.